It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll get a look here at Davis Mills as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Packers and the Rams under the lights on Monday night.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. This fielded right at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing Jones. This is cheap, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards for Mac Jones. Accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And we knew that they tried to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete here. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that, because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position. and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time.
Leading them out in his second season now out of Stanford. Here's Davis Mills.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on second down. Mills. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Here's Mills. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go with Chubb on second down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Back to throw. Jones.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down. Has already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Back deep, Daz Newsome.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
First down, Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mills to throw it.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Throwing, Mills.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Hard to believe that they could mount that long of a drive and come up with nothing on the scoreboard.
It can be disheartening, it can be frustrating, and can also cause some anger, because when that happens, that type of a drive, and you come up empty, you're really looking for someone to blame, and you start pointing fingers at each other.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Rams.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The kick by McManus is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Oh, able to avoid him. It's a room to maneuver. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Ingram is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. So he missed his long field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
And the Rams now coming out on the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Delay of game,
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call?
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
And the Rams have got it back. And in this very cold night air, how much much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Chubb showing off the elusiveness as he's in. Touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have a football with him at all times.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence for everyone on the offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
To throw, Mills. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Swift going to try up the middle and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And he'll find Pittman.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Mills on first down.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Jones, quick slant to Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jones on 1st and 10.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And some room to work. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Mills. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Mills throw into the hands of Cobb.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman.
And he stopped immediately there.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Mills now from the 50.
Steps away to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 41.
153 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now Jones.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Corey Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, it's...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit. And then now you can see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath. Hit him with the football, and they picked up.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run here with Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mills. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 2nd down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Los Angeles.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw. Jones. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Mills.
And his throw here is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mills to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Avoids him at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. They give to Ingram up the middle.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up
On 2nd and 7.
Mills. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
Open man, here is Cobb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mills now.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Once again, it's Swift.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. That will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. Caught right side, Davis. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Chase Claypool. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
George Pickens, the intended target,
but it's going to be second down.
From the gun, here's Mills.
And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mills. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mills. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They'll try it now with Swift.
Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. A 1st down throw for Mills. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing, Mills. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
And he's going to be dropped. back at the 15-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu, his second sack of the night.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Mills, fourth down, gotta have it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20.
An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
To throw again on second down.
Mills finding Pickens for another catch. And the Packers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. To throw, Mills.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Michael Pittman from 4 yards out. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And again, it's Chubb. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Newsome now on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So the Packers down 27-20. Just over a minute 40 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Mills back to throw. Finding Schultz. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Mills looking to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Mills. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Here's Mills. Just keeping the play alive. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ball game. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.
So for Los Angeles, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.